Crypto Army, what up? Deep Army, what up? It's your boy J-Rod. We back at it again. In today's freestyle, we're going to talk about I got guys. Scammers got me, man. You know, and on the Right Mindset show, we talk about what matters so that we can make the most of every opportunity in crypto and the mindsets we need to have in order to do that, in order to capitalize. So I'm here to say today, they got me, man. They got me, I'm not gonna lie. Not for a ton of money, but a good little learning lesson. So I was transferring some money and just buying some crypto, and a scammer basically found a way into one of my accounts, and the money went to them instead of my investment. Now, this is not going to kill me. It hurt a little bit, but it's not going to kill me because of what I'm going to say next. In business, there's a saying, in successful business, fail fast. And what that means is you've got to learn all the ways that bad things can happen to you in a business or whatever you're trying to do as fast as you can, so that you don't make a massive mistake when you're actually successful. So the lesson I learned was only a few bucks by comparison, but imagine if I learned that lesson after a major crypto run, and what was, I'm not going to say the exact amount, but let's say what was a $100 loss is now a $10,000 loss. A scammer gets me for $10,000. Well, guess what? That's not going to happen, because I've learned, not all, but many of the ways scams occur in crypto. Some I've learned from studying, and some I've experienced. And I experienced one this week, and yeah, you know, a lot of what stops people and could stop you from doing this is that fear of losing. I say lean into it. One of my favorite rappers, Ransom, I don't know if he created the quote, but he says, a winner is just a loser that tried one more time. And that's so true. So, again, try one more time, guys. Keep going. And I'm telling you, those lessons you learn from your pain are really why you will grow. So again, they got me. If you ever come across this scam, if you're on Coinbase, one, change your account immediately if this happens. But two, when you go on Coinbase and send to a wallet, make sure, because nowadays Coinbase has become a lot more convenient, but it's made it easier for scammers. So make sure you double, triple, quadruple check that wallet address, because the way they got me was they put a wallet in one of my Coinbase accounts. I have multiple Coinbase accounts for security purposes, but they did it to one of my Coinbase accounts. And so when I went to send the funds, I looked at it and I said, hey, that's a weird address, but I hadn't had my address memorized. And the way you memorize your address is you memorize the last 4 digits. I hadn't had this address memorized, and so I just sent it because it said Coinbase wallet, but I checked the scanner, guys, and yeah, unless I have $2 million, which I'd love to have $2 million, but unless I have $2 million, it was the wrong address. And I'm assuming this scammer has done it a lot, because again, I checked their wallet on the Etherscan, and yeah, they had well over $2 million. And so I'd love to be the proud owner of a $2 million wallet, but that's not me. And they got me. They're getting people, I guess, in bites at a time. And people are sending their money thinking, oh man, this doesn't work. Now, I've been in the game long enough to where I've lost money sending to the wrong wallet address. So that wouldn't set an alarm off for me immediately, which is why this scam is a little more sophisticated. But, yeah, they got your boy, man. They got me. And again, this is why I'm patient. I send in small amounts. I send money I'm not afraid to lose. Look, that gets tested. Listen, if you quit because you got scammed, you're sending more money than you're afraid to lose. There's no other way around it. Because it's rough in these streets, man. They playing for keeps and they shooting. So like, yeah, you're gonna get scammed. Anybody that's successful in crypto and says they have never been scammed is lying. So you're telling me you're like the luckiest man alive if you've taken every chance in these crypto streets and never got. Mark Cuban got scammed. So come on, man. Let's stop lying to the people, man. Let's stop lying to the people. They got your boy. I still got my stuff. I still got my chain. I'm still alive. But they got me. You know, yeah, they got me. You know, instead of, you know, so I don't say something that's out of pocket, I'll just say they got me. Do I love these guys? No. But I love what it means. Because what it means is I am going to grow as a master investor. And that's what your goal has to be, guys. If you're not in this to be a master investor, don't expect to get rich. Expect to get scammed. Because if you're not in this to become great at what you do, which is investing, crypto is an investment. Some are gambles, but I like to call them risky investments. Some. But Bitcoin is not a risky investment. So not every crypto is a risky investment. But yeah, we take some risks out here. We do. That's the only way to make the big money. But anybody telling you that they was in these crypto streets that didn't become an investor and yet they're rich, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. Because even if you simply invest in, let's say you invested in Bitcoin the first cycle and made a ton of money. Nobody knew about the correction dips or how big they were going to be. So even if, let's say that's what you did, you just vanilla invested in Bitcoin when it first launched, one, your family would have been kidnapped because they were kidnapping families back then on all of the major wallets. Yes, criminals would find you somehow because you would slip up on a centralized exchange and they would kidnap your family. So miss me anyways, but they'll kidnap your family for what's in your wallet. So miss me anyways with, you know, it's just safe, easy, simple life. Now things aren't that risky anymore. But again, let's just say, this guy, mega winner, he invested in Bitcoin in the very beginning and never took any major losses. Well, he's lying because the first correction was 70%, over 70%. And annually now, quarter annually or quadrannually, whatever the word is, every 4 years, the correction is 80 or 90%. So you're telling me if they bought it in 2008, in 2014, when it corrected 70% or more, they weren't holding. Miss me, man. Get out of here, man. So the first time they knew the correction was going to be massive. So come on, guys. Like, nobody succeeds by not failing. You succeed by failing fast and learning faster. Bars. First bar of 2025. First bar of 2025. You succeed by failing fast and learning faster. Man, let's go. You know what it is, man. Like, comment, subscribe, holla at your boy. Do all of the things. And remember to let me get my quote back right in my head, to invest and analyze and speculate is a skill, but it working out is luck. Holla at your boy. Fail fast, learn faster. You know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, Right Mindset Show. We out of here.